Everyone talks about how magical Hogwarts is, the castle, the houses, the friendships. It feels like the perfect place, but the more you actually think about it, the more you realize something is off. Hogwarts isn't just a school, it's actually one of the most dangerous places a kid could be in, and somehow no one in the wizarding world seems to care. Let's start with the most obvious thing, safety, or the lack of it. This is a school where students are literally sent into a forest called the Forbidden Forest as punishment. Not training, not a supervised lesson, a punishment. And inside that forest you've got giant spiders, werewolves, centaurs, and things we don't even fully know about. And this isn't a one-time thing, this is normal at Hogwarts. Then you have the castle itself, moving staircases, secret passages, rooms that appear and disappear. On paper it sounds magical, in reality it's chaos. Imagine being an 11-year-old trying to get to class while the stairs just decide to move somewhere else, but accidentally ended up in a place you're not supposed to be. Hogwarts isn't built to be safe or logical, it's built like a puzzle, and you were just thrown into it. And then there is the creatures. Hogwarts is filled with dangerous magical creatures, and somehow that's just accepted. A three-headed dog guarding a trapdoor, a basilisk living inside the school for years, dragons being used in school tournaments. Even the less dangerous creatures can still seriously hurt students, and the craziest part is, teachers know about most of this. Speaking of teachers, not all of them should be teaching. Let's be honest, you've got professors who are clearly unqualified or straight up dangerous. One of them literally had Voldemort in the back of his head. Another one erased students' memories by accident, and somehow the school just keeps going like nothing happened. There is no real system to prevent this, no real consequences. Now let's talk about the house system. This one sounds fun at first. 4 houses, competition, identity. But when you look closely, it creates division from day one. Kids are sorted at 11 years old into categories that follow them for the rest of their lives. Brave, smart, loyal, or ambitious. And once you're in that house, that label sticks to you. Slytherin especially gets the worst of it. From the start, they're basically seen as the bad house. So instead of uniting students, Hogwarts split them. And that leads into something bigger. The wizarding world itself isn't as fair as it looks. Hogwarts doesn't really prepare students for that. There is a clear power structure. Purebloods, half-bloods, muggleborns. Some students walk in with advantage, connections, and status, while others have to prove themselves from zero. And the school doesn't really address that, it just exists in the background. Another thing people don't talk about enough is how much pressure students are under. You're not just learning spells, you're dealing with exams that can literally define your future. UWLs and EWTs. Your entire path depends on how you perform as a teenager. And on top of that, you've got real threats happening around you. Dark wizards, attacks, secrets. There isn't normal school stress, this is survival. And then there is Dumbledore, a character everyone respects, but if we're being honest, he allowed a lot of this to happen. He knew how dangerous Hogwarts could be, he knew what was going on most of the time, and yet he still let students stay in that environment. You could argue he had his reasons, but it doesn't change the fact that kids were constantly at risk. Even events that are supposed to be special end up being dangerous. The Tribes of Tournament is a perfect example. Students are chosen to compete in challenges involving dragons, underwater creatures, and a literal maze designed to confuse and trap them. And yes, it's supposed to be controlled, but we all know how that turned out. When you step back and look at everything together, it changes the way you see Hogwarts. It's not just a magical school, it's a place where danger is normal, where problems are ignored, and where kids are expected to deal with things far beyond their age. And maybe that's part of why the story works so well, because Hogwarts feels real in a strange way. Not safe, not perfect, but unpredictable. So yeah, Hogwarts is magical, but it's also kind of terrifying when you really think about it. And now I'm curious, would you actually want to go there knowing all of this?